Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here today on this somewhat drizzly day, but you know, here in Texas, we don't ever turn down rain. I proudly serve, my name is Winston Krause, and I proudly serve as the chairman of the Texas Lottery Commission, which primarily serves to help fund Texas public education, but also proudly serves to help fund veterans' causes here in Texas by funding the Fund for Veterans Assistance. In 2019, the Texas Lottery Commission delivered almost $20 million to the Fund for Veterans Assistance. And that is something that we can all be very proud of. The number of grant recipients has grown tremendously because there's great need. And our veterans, you know, among all people who need our assistance, probably deserve it the most. We've had 40 versions of Veterans Cash. The next version launched last Monday, and we expect great things from it. Over the years, the Texas Lottery Commission has contributed $122 million to the Fund for Veterans Assistance.
We can look back and say now with $122 million deposited into the Fund for Veterans Assistance, this game has averaged $12 million a year over its first decade. And what a difference it's making for Texas veterans. If you look at the great organizations that have received grants from the TVC, working in the fields of mental health, housing, treatment, and many other areas, we know that a lot of Texas veterans, 300,000, are getting needed services they would likely otherwise go without.
The American GI Forum wishes to thank the Texas Lottery in support of the veterans and the organizations. Since 2009, the lottery has given 90% of the total revenue received from the lottery to the Veterans Fund to support the veterans and their organizations. With the help of support of the lottery and many services that the veterans receive, that would not be possible. We greatly appreciate all the service support from the Texas Lottery Commission and what they have done to the veterans.
Thanks to the Lottery Commission, Mr. Krause, our Honorable Representative Turner, who had an idea that they listened to our veterans organizations in this area and decided that that was the right thing to do. Dedicate a ticket to the from the Texas Veterans Commission to the Texas Veterans Commission to allow families in our great state to be able to compete on a level playing field when they maybe didn't have the resources coming out of the service. They didn't have the ability to move into an apartment that wants a first month and a last month payment, needed mental health assistance, and all those things.
What we give to our veterans for our individual freedoms is probably just scratching the paint on the surface of what we do owe those veterans, because many of them miss birthdays, they miss births, they miss first days of school, they miss first words, they miss first steps, they miss months at a time away from their loved ones. And they go through a lot. Thank goodness for the citizens of the state of Texas and their long-term commitment to helping veterans, Texas veterans, in this state.